it's Chrissy, and today I will be reviewing the book Good Boy, written by Sarina Bowen and Elle Kennedy. I hope you enjoy.
A brand new standalone romantic comedy from the best-selling, award-winning team of Sarina Bowen and Elle Kennedy. Hosting her brother's wedding for an MVP guest list is the challenge of Jeff Canning's life. Already the family screw-up she can't afford to fail, and nobody can learn the colossal mistake she made with the best man during a weak moment last spring. It was wrong and there will not be a repeat. Absolutely not. Even if he is the sexiest thing on TV. Blake Riley sees the wedding as fate's gift to him. Jess is the maid of honor and he's the best man. Let the games begin. So what if he's facing a lot of resistance? He just needs to convince the stubborn blonde that he's a really good guy with a bad rap. Luckily, every hockey player knows you have to make an effort if you want to score. But Jess has had more pressing issues to deal with than sexy times with a giant man-child. Such as, will the ceremony start on time, even though someone got grandma drunk? Does glitter even belong at a wedding? And is it wrong to murder the best man? Caution, may cause accidental aspiration of tea or coffee. Do not read in a public place where loud laughter is inappropriate. Contains hot but hilarious hockey players, puppy cuddling, and a snarky pair of underwear.
This is my dog, Scooby-Doo. Say hi, Scooby. Hi. He's not used to the lights. I thought I'd have Scooby join me for this review. You can tell that there's already going to be a dog theme with this series, and this is a new series. Good Boy is the first book in the new WAGS series, written by Sarina Bowen and Elle Kennedy. WAGS stands for Wives and Girlfriends. Wives and Girlfriends. What's the S? I'll have to look it up and put it on the screen below. I'm sorry, guys. But this is a new series. It's a spin-off series from their two books together, Him and Us. I have not yet read Him and Us. I have them. I don't know why I haven't gotten to them so far. It's been so long since I had some downtime to read books just for fun that I don't know. It's apparently been that long since I've had some downtime. Which I'm not complaining. That's a good problem to have. Good Boy revolves around Blake Riley and Jessie Canning, who is Jamie's sister from the previous two books. The book begins when they are at a very highly anticipated wedding, and I'm not going to give anything away because I don't know how much of that would be a spoiler. And you guys know I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I promise. One of the authors, Sarina, asked me to do a first impression of chapter 15 from this book. So I started reading this book. I read chapter 15 first and then went back to the beginning. And let me tell you, chapter 15 was hilarious. Without knowing anything that's going on, I was still laughing pretty hard. This book is hilarious. The Blake-isms in this book, there isn't a word. There is not a word for me to describe other than Blake-isms. He's obsessed with glitter, which I love. I mean, he's a man after my own heart. I found myself saying Jesus by the end of this book. I think I have found so many new words to add to my own lingo. I'm excited to use them in real life. I want to give you guys a standpoint of someone who has not read the first two books. I was totally able to enjoy this book thoroughly without knowing everything that went on in the first two books. I would say that this book is going to ruin the first two books for you if you don't know or if you don't want to know how those two end. I would suggest reading the first two books before you read this one because it does give a lot away. I would think. I'm going in blind, but that's just my guess. These two authors have shown in their writings before that every character they write is more than meets the eye, and that is certainly the case with Mr. Blake Riley. Blake is a funny guy. He likes to have a good time. He tries to never be down. He wants everybody to be happy, but he hasn't always been that way. He did go through a really hard time, and you find out why Blake hasn't been in a relationship in 5 years, even though he is a super hot hockey stud, but he hasn't been interested in a relationship. Jamie's sister Jessie is just trying to find her place in the world. She hasn't quite found her niche, what she really wants to do with her life quite yet. She thinks she has it finally figured out at the age of 26, and she returns back to school. She ends up going to school near her baby brother and, of course, Blake. So that's how these two get to spend a whole lot of time together. The romance is steamy in this book. I already knew I could expect some seriously hot loving scenes from these two authors, and they did not disappoint. Blake, I'm seriously I cannot think of a single word to describe Blake. There isn't one. He's a unicorn. He is a literary unicorn in my eyes. So this book is unbelievably funny. It is so sweet. The romance is so adorably sweet. I wanted to read you guys a couple of my favorite quotes that I highlighted from the book. And the first one is, when all the babes would throw themselves at me willy-nilly, I correct. Huh? It's willy-nilly. The willy comes first. He winks at me. I'll let you have this one, but only because you're right. The willy always does come first. The next one is escapes from Grizzly Pose, which made me think of Sarina. Blake was on to me though, and that dude is a lot like a big drooly dog. Doesn't matter if he's just met you, he wants to lick your face and hump your leg. There are so many one-liners in this book that you are going to crack up at. And in the end, this is just a great book. I give Good Boy 5 out of 5 Chrissy stars. You need to read this book. I seriously wanted to make a lot of dog/hockey puns with my review, but I'm not that witty. I'll leave that to the writers. They're really good at that. So I'm sorry that this is lacking dog puns that I really wanted to insert in this review. I'm sorry. I'm really excited to see where this WAGS series goes and meet the other wives and girlfriends and find out what the other S stands for. Blogger of the Year. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you can find me at KrissysMakeupNote.com or KrissysBookNote.com. See you next time. Mwah!
Shall we begin?
By Sarina. I almost said Sarina Kennedy.
Let's begin.
This is the highly requested book for Blake. Ooh. Come on, Chris. I don't know if that had a name for the two books. Starting off with a bang. Okay. In this book, we are... Why can't I say it? I'm starting all weird. And his...
Let's begin.
Scooby wanted to join me for this book review.